Hey everyone, back with another video, Confessions of a Removal Expert. I was going to make a video a couple days ago, but my week kind of fell apart and I've just been super busy. But I had to get up early today and go down to Indianapolis and get somebody from the airport and drive them back up to northern Indiana. So hit the road pretty early. So when somebody passes away in a different state and then they have to go back to their home state, or maybe they already have prearranged funeral plans in a different state, they basically box them up and it's kind of like a wooden crate with a box over the top of it, and they take them to the airport in one city, fly them to another airport in whatever city they're going to, and then from that point the funeral home that has the arrangements is responsible for picking them up from the airport and transporting them back to their facility. Ends up being kind of a long trip for me because I live way up north in Indiana, so it's probably a 300-mile round trip drive. It takes about 6 hours or so. And of course, every time I go to Indianapolis, there's a ton of traffic. It's kind of a nightmare, but anyways, the video today I wanted to do what's the scariest house you've been on. This one's kind of interesting, so it's nothing like really gruesome or anything like that, but it freaked me out and I did not like it at all. It was one of the worst calls I've ever been on. So kind of a normal house. It was pretty cluttered. It was a coroner call, and this guy, I want to say maybe he was in his 40s or so, still lived at home with his parents. Like I said, the house was pretty cluttered. There was a lot of stuff around. Not necessarily a hoarder, but it was borderline hoarder house, which made it even worse, and you'll understand why in a minute. This guy was a dealer for poisonous snakes, scorpions, and spiders. So he basically bred spiders, scorpions, snakes, or bought them and then resold them. So all around the house there was little jars and aquariums and all kinds of different things with all these little critters in them. A bunch of different kinds of spiders, tarantulas, black, like all kinds of different stuff, snakes. And several of the jars were tipped over with the lids off of them. So I know for a fact there was poisonous critters running around this house somewhere, and since it's cluttered, you can't see. We couldn't see anything. And this guy was laying on a waterbed, and so I actually grabbed this like broom handle type thing and was kind of like pushing the waterbed down, trying to see if I could startle anything, because I was scared that as soon as we rolled him there was going to be something underneath him, and me and the other guy I was with were going to get bit or stung or something like that. So it was terrible. One of the scariest things I've ever, I could just picture it in my head. We roll this guy over and then there was like a king cobra boat up on us or something. It was really spooky. And I think the guy ended up actually dying from complications of diabetes, ketoacidosis or something like that. I don't really remember. But yeah, and when you get those kind of calls, nobody really tells you what you're going to walk into. They just call you and say, we got this person, here's the address, meet us here. And we show up, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, by the way, there's poisonous snakes, spiders, and scorpions all around this place, so be careful. And we're like, okay, so it's just one of those things where you just got to kind of watch yourself, be careful, and hope you don't end up in the ER because you've got venom in you. So yeah, that was the scariest house I've ever been on or been at. If anybody's got any videos you want me to make or a question about some sort of a call, I'd be happy to make a video about that. But after this video, I'm just going to continue my drive. Hope everybody has a good day. As always, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.